Hey guys, Lucky Cube! Finally back with the last episode of Dream Daddy. Now, it's only this late, not because I wanted to avoid completing this game, though I will be upset that I no longer get to experience this amazingness.
Ugh.
But because I saw Ninja Sex Party live September 23rd of this year.
Dad.
And it was I was like, wait, what was I saying? And it was amazing. My socks were thoroughly rocked off. But I went ahead and gave my voice some time to recover. So now we're back. Yay! And I no longer feel like my vocal cords are gonna explode.
Name that dad.
I forgot that I had to name him.
Be
Done.
that dad.
Nailed it. So now I need to woo her teacher, Amanda's teacher. That is the last person I have. Multiple places to sleep. None of this matters. Need to unpack. But yeah, I had a great time. I mean, could have had a better time, but not much you can do when tall people stand in front of you and everyone pulls out their phone to record stuff. Pet the dog. Dare we try the butt pats?
Hey. Hey.
But hey, this is the digital age where everyone feels the need to live through their phones. But I had a great time. Twerp was good. Ninja Sex Party was good.
Hey.
Saw some secret stuff.
Dad.
And can't wait to experience that secret stuff without thousands of other people trying to sing along and not doing that good.
Oh.
Hey, oh.
Skip. I don't care about your opinion of me, Matt.
Nice. 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 Hey.
Yeah, I had a great time. I'm not entirely sure how many times I said that. Because I got very distracted by my own thoughts. I'm a papa who wants inside. Okay. Now that I've let my puppo in, let's not. Not going after Robert this time. Cool leather jacket. Running from my problems. No. Thanks. I'd love to go and have sex with you, but not right, but not this time, not now. I don't know. But after I do all of this, I get to work on getting all the achievements. We just moved. I know that works well on you. Let's make something at home. I don't need to meet Damien. Though technically we meet Damien at Joseph's barbecue. Check the bacon. Scrumptious. Skip. Excited to beef up my grilling skills. Matt, Hugo, and Craig. Matt and Hugo. That's pretty subjective.
Hey. Yes. Shake.
Burger time.
Yeah.
I mean, I got a burger in me, which is pretty good. See how long I can sleep for. I have a right to be concerned. I trust you. Dad! None of this matters!
Welcome. You've got dads.
Who'll go, please? Middle school teacher, high school teacher, writer of scholarly articles on 18th century literature for various esteemed publications. If you're on here to tell me that my son put a cherry bomb in your trash, I know, and I'm sorry. Brew some strong tea and paint my miniatures. A Remembrance of Things Past by Marcel Proust. Muscles. Good choice. Movie star. Documentaries on art history. Each of us read a different book on the opposite side of the couch in comfortable silence. My glasses. I actually, I forgot them at home a lot. Forget them at home a lot. That's not a capital I! How could you? I worry that people who are against e-readers are more in love with the idea of books than actually reading them. Cool. I navigate to Hugo's dad book and type page and type out a message. Hey Hugo, great seeing you at the barbecue. Want to hang out sometime? I wait for a few minutes before the computer dings. I'm so glad you messaged me. And I definitely want to hang out sometime, but I have a favor to ask. Our class is going on a field trip to the aquarium today, and one of our chaperones called in sick. Is there any possible way you could come by and replace them? Uh-oh. I completely understand if you don't want to or can't make it, but I'm going to be honest with you here. It's the middle school class. I need as much help as I can get. I think about it for a moment. Man, that's a lot of screaming kids that I'd be accountable for. And they're in middle school, arguably the worst age to be. Amanda silently trudges into the kitchen and pours herself a bowl of cereal. Her eyes are a little puffy, almost as if she'd been crying. Morning, Amanda. Morning, Pops. Hey, are you all right?
Fine.
Oh, of course. I'm fine. I just got to thinking about the Backstreet Boys. They had a reunion. The Backstreet Boys are back, all right. But they're different. Something's wrong with them. Like, they're a dream someone once had but can no longer remember. And no one's talking about it. They just go on like everything's normal. But were they original? The answer is no. We see boy bands come and go all the time. When they're popular, we'll act as if they don't like their music, and in a few decades, their songs will be considered classics. It's just the way the world works. The Beatles were once the hot new boy band, you know? So, do fathers just lose their dad license if they don't mention the Beatles at least once a month? Yes. But mentions of Rush or Billy Joel are acceptable in a pinch. But seriously. Is that all you're upset about? Yeah, that's why I'm talking about the Backstreet Boys with you. Okay, just remember it's okay to be sad. And also remember that I love you very much. And only want what's best for you. That's all. Alright. Jeez, don't make me cry again. Hey, how is middle school for you? Bad, but nobody likes middle school. It's 3 years of bad acne, crying, and being generally terrible.
Aw.
Everyone sucks. No self-awareness. It's just a bunch of hormonal teenager locked in a gross old building for 40 plus hours a week. Doing long division and starting fights over, I don't know, pizza day? Top 40s pop? Middle schoolers should be avoided at all costs. What was your middle school experience like? I thought it was fine. Though I didn't really talk to anyone, and that probably helped. There was nothing really out of the ordinary for me. I had friends who... Oh no, they all wronged me in some way, shape, or form. They were terrible to me. And wait, I was terrible to them too. It's all rushing back to me. Middle school was awful. I had repressed it for so long. Dad, did we just have a breakthrough? I think we did. See? Middle schoolers are reprehensible. Wait, why are you asking me about middle school? Oh, Mr. Vega requested my help to chaperone his middle school class to the aquarium. Just wanted to know what I was in for. You get to go to the aquarium? Are you kidding me? The last field trip I got to go on was to the clam chowder factory. They didn't even give us clam chowder. They gave us square pizza at a clam chowder factory. Oh, is that why you won't eat clam chowder anymore? No, it's because Bobby Willingham threw up into one of the vats of clam chowder, and I'm the only one who saw it happen. It haunts me. Right, let's leave that story firmly in the past. Anyway, you should just do it. Mr. Vega sounds like he could really use the help. Plus, you get to hang out with cool fish. Amanda, I get kind of weird about aquariums. The ocean makes me nervous. What, are you worried that a whale is gonna pop out of the touch tank and swallow you whole? Don't you put fear in my heart. Well, do they have penguins there? Yes, they have penguins there. Then it's settled. Penguins outweigh fear of ocean. I sit back down at the computer and let Hugo know that I'm available. He tells me to meet him at the aquarium and gives me the address. I grab my keys and kiss Amanda on the forehead before I head out. I arrive at the aquarium to find that the school buses have beaten me there. Preteens huddled around their teachers in small groups, yelling at each other and goofing off. Every teacher looks like they're at their wits' end. Hugo jogs up to me, looking frazzled. I'm so glad you're here. Hugo! It's been debacle all morning. We're shorthanded and most of the kids won't stop screaming, as I'm sure you know is the case with all middle schoolers. I lived through Amanda at 12. I'm all too familiar. Great. Well, it's you and me chaperoning a group of 10 kids. They're over here. Hugo walks me over to a gaggle of preteens who are all sitting on the ground playing with their phones. They're not kicking each other like some of the other groups, so we're off to a good start. Can you guys put your phones away? All the kids look up for a moment to stare at Hugo. They then go back to texting. At least they're quiet? Too quiet. These guys are up to something. I can feel it. There's no way. They're too busy thinking about not getting food stuck in their braces to pull any stunts. It's middle school after all. We'll see. My dog wants out again. I'm coming. The class starts filing into the aquarium, and Hugo hands out massive staple packets of paper to each kid. These are due at the end of the field trip. Yes, this will be for a grade. No, you can't borrow a pencil. These kids collectively groan and grab the sheets from Hugo. What's in the packet? Honestly, it's just busy work so that the teachers can have a moment's reprieve. I think one of the questions asks them to sit quietly for 10 minutes to think about the Great Barrier Reef. Teacher hacks. I like that. Wait, I thought you were an English teacher. What does the aquarium have to do with books?
Oh.
We just did a unit on the old man and the sea. Nothing quite like introducing kids to the futile perseverance of the human spirit by making them pet stingrays.
Yes.
It gives us time to check out some of the exhibits as well. Come on, they have a phenomenal selection of tropical fish. Yes. While the kids sit on the floor and pretend to do their assignment while they text, Hugo and I wander off to a large tank filled with brightly colored fish. Hugo points to a brown and white fish with long spines.
Oh.
That right there is a lionfish. Did you know that their stomachs can expand up to 30 times in size? My dog wants back in. I just let you out. I let her in only to have her turn back around and go back out. And now she's standing at the door and is probably gonna paw at it again. Yep. Whoa.
Oh.
Their spines are venomous too. Nature is hardcore. You think that's bad? Take a look at this one over here. Hugo points to a spiny, grumpy-looking fish hanging out near the bottom of the tank. That's a stonefish, the most venomous fish in the world. And they just, keep it here? Oh, they're relatively harmless so long as you don't step on them. What happens if you step on them?
Oh.
Tissue necrosis. Cool.
Oh.
Nature is wild. Man, Hugo seems to know a lot about fish. I feel the overwhelming need to impress him. Hey, see that fish over there? That one? Yeah, that's the blue-nosed wiggly, obviously. Save.
Oh.
Yeah? Did you know that? Political fish trivia. This fish openly supports the legalization of marijuana. I didn't know it was so progressive. Times are changing, man. Wait, are you serious? Yes. Obviously. We're talking fish here. There's no time for jokes. Ha, just kidding. Wait, are you serious? Absolutely not. I'm playing it for the gag here.
Oh.
Ha, good one. We lead the kids to another room. Sharks, sea turtles, eels, and other marine life swim around in a massive floor-to-ceiling aquarium. The kids begin trying to take selfies with the sharks. And my dog wants back in. Or I guess she just wanted the door open because she's not coming back. No, I can't just leave the door open for you. That's how we get bugs. Hugo leaves my side to separate two kids who started fighting over a Capri Sun. I walk around the room reading the little tiny blurbs about different fish swimming inside of the enclosure. After a while, I look around and see Hugo again. He's gazing up at the aquarium in childlike wonder. The ripples in the water cast blue, moving shadows across his face. For someone surrounded by angry hormonal preteens, he looks completely peaceful. He looks really cute in this light. I hope he doesn't notice me staring. Wow.
Ah.
I walk over to join him. Beautiful, isn't it? I'd rather stare at you, am I right? And my dog wants back in, even though she didn't want it in the first place. Sorry, being the only person at home with a dog is not the best thing in the world. I love her, but man. Did I save? I don't remember. I'd rather stare at you. What? Yep, too soon. Too soon. Not soon. Soon. Are those two sharks kissing? No, Bill. One's eating the other. Well. Okay, that doesn't do anything for me. We can learn a great deal from Mother Ocean. A great many mysteries lie in the ocean. It is truly It truly is fascinating to be able to observe it in a setting such as this. That's a very astute point, Bill. We stand together for a moment, admiring the wonders of marine life. We eventually make our way to the touch tank, which seems to be the only thing kids are actually interested in. The tank is filled with a variety of horseshoe crabs, sea urchins, stingrays, and small fish. I stand around the edges of the tank and keep a wary distance from the sea life. Who knows what kind of nefarious plans those horseshoe crabs have for my well-moisturized hands. Hugo rolls up his sleeves and sticks his hand in the water. Don't you want to pet some rays, Bill? Oh, I think I'm good. I think I should just stay over here and admire them from a respectable distance. Come on, it'll be fun and informative. Don't make fun of me, but I'm scared to touch them. I get weird when there's no glass separating us. I don't know what any of those things are, but I get the feeling they will probably bite me and my delicious hands if given the chance. Nothing in this tank can hurt you. The stingrays have had their barbs removed, the horseshoe crabs only eat little clams, and the anemones are perfectly safe to touch. Against my better judgment, I approach the tank, slowly dipping my hand into the cold water. I touch a stingray as it glides past me. See? Not so bad. It feels like fun, slimy leather. I think you mean flap flaps, Bill. And Hugo. They're flap flaps. Duh. Things get a lot less scary when you learn more about them, right? I dive my hand back in to touch the tank with a renewed vigor for ocean life. I poke at some urchins and feel the hard carapace of a horseshoe crab. My hand brushes against Hugo's as we reach for the same anemone. I pull away blushing. Hugo smiles at me. Hey, you're supposed to be touching the fish. Sorry, I just get a little way. I get a little carried away sometimes. Wait, that girl over there looks suspicious.
Oh.
Why's that? Are backpacks usually that wet? Hold on. Susan! Susan, get back here! Hugo runs after our middle schooler and catches her before she can make it to the exit. Wanna tell me what's in the bag? Textbooks? Wanna tell me what's really in the bag? Susan won't budge. I walk over to Hugo and the girl. I think he might need a bad cop. Look, kid. That's an easy 5 to 10 in the clink. I had a bud go down for that once. He came out a changed man. Said he missed the bars. You're not a teacher. You can't tell me what to do. Yes, well, I am. Can you please put the bag down? Okay, that didn't help. And I don't think saying I'm not afraid to hit a child will help either. We don't have time for games. Whatever it is, it goes back in the touch tank. Now. You're not a teacher. You can't tell me what to do. Yes, well, I am. Can you please put the bag down? Next time we won't say please. Susan glares at Hugo for a moment before dropping her book back on the floor. It lands with a wet slap. We stare at it for a moment before it starts to move. Hugo leans down and unzips the backpack. A horseshoe crab frantically scuttles out and across the floor. An employee swoops in, scoops it up, and places it back into the tank. She gives us a disapproving look. Jesus, Susan, what was your plan? I was trying to free him. To where? Outside? Where he was gonna die? Susan, get back to your group. We'll discuss this later. Yeah, and hands where we can see him. Susan sulks off, leaving me alone with Hugo. He gives me a pat on the shoulder. Middle schoolers have sticky hands. I doubt that's the first time that's happened here. Or the last. In the next room, we see a variety of smaller tanks, sea urchins, tiny fish, and a rainbow of beautiful underwater plant life surround us. Look over here. Hugo points to some seahorses gathered at the bottom of the tank. One of them is in the middle of giving birth. That's actually the male seahorse. Yes, I know. They give birth through their belly button. In a sense. I mean, it's where their belly button would be if seahorses had belly buttons. Sort of takes fatherhood to a new level, doesn't it? Hey kids, come check this out. There's a male seahorse giving birth. A low murmur from the students. They just jump back on their phones. Fun fact, male seahorses can even give birth and then get pregnant in the same day. Man, we thought we had it hard. I wonder if they have to deal with their kids' awkward teenage years too. No. All, however, many thousand of them. You seem to know a lot about marine life, Hugo. It's not really my specialty, but I do make a point to learn as much as possible whenever I can. Woo! Glad I got that out. I think that learning shouldn't end when you leave school. We should challenge ourselves to find out more about the things we don't understand every day of our lives. Because if you stop learning, I don't think you'll ever be able to grow or change as a person. Good point. But I still don't trust the ocean. We'll get there. We finally make our way over to my favorite part of the tour, the Arctic exhibit. Do we get to see the penguins? Yes, we get to see the penguins. Hell yes. Our group of kids run around the exhibits. They won't stop tapping on the glass of the Puffinix enclosure, trying to get their attention. For at least a few moments, teachers, chaperones, and students alike seemed to be having a great time. What was I so worried about? This isn't too bad.
Sweet Manchego.
Hugo suddenly grabs my arm. Oh my god, there's a student in the penguin enclosure. Wait, just kidding, it's very bad. How does that even happen? Is it one of ours? It most certainly is. Molly Henderson, Susan's friend. I look over to the penguin and see a determined-looking kid crouching behind a rock. She's hiding just out of sight of one of the employees. Over on the side of the enclosure, I see the door to the exhibit ajar. Was it unlocked this whole time? We gotta stop her before the staff sees and bans our school for life. Hugo looks around. I'll create a distraction. Hugo runs toward the puffin exhibit and addresses the entire room. Everybody! 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 I have an announcement. The whole room turns toward Hugo. Here's a few facts I bet you didn't know about penguins. Everyone just stares at Hugo, confused. Well, this is my shot. I run into the enclosure and am greeted by a cold blast of air. Psst! Hey! The girl whips around to look at me. Her nose is pink from the cold. You can't be in here. Neither can you! I try to walk over to the girl, but the ground is so icy that I just end up slipping. I catch myself before I hit the ground, but the girl still laughs at me. Contrary to popular belief, penguins are birds. Birds are traditionally known to fly, but penguins cannot. So I can understand some confusion when we're discussing the birdness of penguins. The crowd is still somehow enraptured. Kid, what are you even doing? I'm letting the penguins go. They deserve freedom! Where are they even going to go? They're gonna live in my closet. Look, I just don't even have the time to argue about this. We gotta get out of here. Not until I save a penguin. The little known fact is that penguins only live in cold climates. With some exception. They don't all live in cold climates if you're splitting hairs here. Did I mention that they don't fly? The crowd is starting to lose interest. I'm running out of time. Well, bribes always work. I will give you $20 right now if you leave with me. Molly thinks for a second. Okay, well, give it to me right now. I reach into my pocket and pull out everything I have, examining each bill. Okay, well, I have 12 and some change, and there's a button here. Is that enough? Pay me the other 8 later, and we have a deal. We move to shake on our agreement before I suddenly realize there's a wave of penguins on their way out of the enclosure. We're gonna have to block these birds.
Block that bird.
No penguins. Stay in your enclosure. Oh no! They're multiplying! Back, penguins! Back! Penguin, no! Well, I lost a penguin.
Drive that team.
Okay, I think I did good. Only 3 escaped! Yes! I also chucked a lot of money at those penguins. Whew, glad that's over. Just in time, too. Looks like Hugo is wrapping up his diversionary penguin speech. And that's why I think penguins are one of the best animals in the world. A few people in the audience clap out of a sense of duty. Everybody starts dispersing. Hugo spots us from across the way and runs over. Molly, what were you doing in there? I was liberating animals, Mr. Vega. You realize that penguins can only survive in Arctic temperatures, right? You would have a dead penguin in your on your hands. Well, it was the thought that counts. No, Molly, it wasn't. Molly turns to me. You owe me
Whoa.
$8. What? I'll pay you later, kid. Molly runs off to towards Susan. I suppose that so that they can compare animal theft notes.
Oh.
You're not off the hook, Molly. Bill, did you just bribe a child? I did. You can't play by the rules when penguins are on the line. Listen, man, we've all done dark things in our lives. I'm not the young, bright-eyed youth I used to be. That person believed in a world where you wouldn't have to bribe children to save a penguin. But the me today knows different. I only wish I could go back. Okay, that didn't give me any points. I don't know what she's talking about. Another crafty ruse spun by Molly Henderson, master thief and chief manipulator.
Oh.
He didn't like that. I bribed the child. It was the only way to get her out of the exhibit. I'm not proud of what I've done. I'm not proud of it either. Or of my Penguin Facts TM lecture. But at least we got her out. Let's just get through the day and get out of here. With the day finally coming to a close, the whole field trip is ushered through the gift shop, and we make our way back out to the school buses. As we leave the aquarium, the kids load onto the buses. Hugo pulls me aside. Hey, Bill, thank you so much for helping out today. You're a lifesaver. I let 3 penguins escape. I don't know if lifesaver is the right term. It was no problem. It was actually kind of fun. Let me take you out next time to make it up to you. You like cheese boards? I love cheese boards. But I can't have it anymore. I'm lactose intolerant. I used to not be lactose intolerant, and then I became lactose intolerant one day, and it makes me very upset. Nothing more satisfying than a cheese board. Well, great. Well, I gotta make sure the kids don't steal anything else. See you around. I'll walk inside to find the house empty. I wonder where the panda's at. Before I know it, Amanda pops in through the front door. What you up to tonight? Just doing some homework. How was the aquarium? It was an adventure. Some kid tried to steal a penguin. We've all been there. I had to run in and grab her before any of the employees saw. You got to go into the penguin enclosure? Did you steal a penguin for us? Amanda, no penguins were stolen thanks to the valiant efforts of myself and Mr. Vega. It was nice getting to spend some time with Hugo, though. I'm surprised he helped to complete a covert op. He's usually kind of a what? Kind of a stick in the mud? He's actually pretty good. Cool. I had a good time with him. Alright, too much adventure for me today. I'm gonna go rest my eyes. You mean take a nap? There's a difference. You learn when you become a father. Complete!
I'm JK rolling with delight.
Shut up. While I'm doing my afternoon word jumbles, the same stuff happens. Yep. Date 2.
Welcome.
Yep.
You've got dads.
Who go peas? I should take Hugo up on his offer to hang out. I had a lot of fun with him at the aquarium. I type out a message to him on Dad Book. Hey, still want a cheese board? Hugo responds within a few minutes. Colin is still being a humongous shithead. He won't stop sending the same picture of Jackie Chan in a mesh shirt to the printer. And it's a nice picture, but it's wasting all my paper. Whoops, sorry, I meant that for another teacher. But seriously, he's insufferable. There's pictures of Jackie Chan everywhere. I type it back. Save a couple for me. My Jackie Chan scrapbook is a little light on content, and I think this would really round it out. Huh, let me get back to you after class ends. I stand up from the computer and stretch. Well, guess there's only one thing to do now. Dad nap. I hop on the couch and turn on some Antiques Road Warrior for background noise. I got this ornate cabinet from a yard sale for $5 in 1982. To be told that it once belonged to a Confederate general and is a huge surprise. This will feed my tribe for weeks. I really like the way the appraiser's voice echoes through the mouthpiece of his leather armor bondage gear. Maybe this ASMR thing Amanda keeps telling me about. Maybe this is that ASMR thing Amanda keeps telling me about. I drift off to sleep. I'm jolted away by a Dad Book message from Hugo. Hey, sorry about that. Colin's in the principal's office now. He says he knows Jackie Chan personally and that Jackie won't be happy to hear this. I get out of work in a little while and I continue to be very serious about the cheese boards. I fumble out a reply. Yeah, so am I. Hugo and I work out the details and I'm all set to meet him in a few hours. Amanda walks in the door just as I'm about to leave. What's up, Buttercup? Just getting home from school? Where are you going? Oh, I have a meeting with the board. The board? A cheese board is what I meant. I'm getting cheese with your teacher. Will you be able to fend for yourself until dinner time? Yeah, I'll live, but only if you can talk him into going easy on me for the final. Sorry, buddy. That ball's in your court. What's in my court, you ask? Just a variety of delicious cheese, meats, and their accompanying crackers. Maybe some olives. A little bit of fig jam.
Dad.
Yes, I get it. You're excited about the cheese. Sweetie, you'll get it one day. But now I gotta go see a man about some manchego. Please leave. I walk into a quaint French diner and Hugo waves me down to a booth in the corner. He looks pretty tired. Long day? Every day is a long day when you teach middle schoolers. Colin started a gambling ring. The pictures of Jackie Chan were just a cover. He's bartering in those little rubber band bracelets that are also shapes. Is that the one that parents think means sex stuff? Those ones, yeah. But the reports are just the sensationalist news media capitalizing on the fears of suburban parents as usual. At least I hope. Yikes.
Oh,
Right now I'm very ready for some fine wine and some delicious cheese. A waitress stops by and takes our order for the biggest cheese plate you have. For the love of God, just put cheese in my mouth, and recommends us some wine. Do you two want a scorecard for trivia? There's trivia. Yep, we're starting in a few minutes. Pretty much everyone here is playing. We'd love to play, right, Bill? Yeah, sure. The waitress hands us a scorecard and a few pencils before leaving. I might not be much help here. I'm not very good at being smart, I guess. Come on, I doubt it'll be too hard. Bill! Oh, no! People who are clearly smarter than me! I turn to see Matt and Brian here with their daughters, looking like they're ready for trivia. They come up to our table and greet us. Hey guys, you all here for the old question and answer game? Yep, we come here every week, but Brian and Daisy carry the team. Carmencita and I are just here for the cheese. Provolone 2, lost in New York, have been reigning champions for the last month. Man, Brian's great at trivia too. This raises the stakes. Great name though. Solid team name. That's Carmencita's claim to fame. It hurts me how good I am at puns. Like father, like daughter. You guys gonna try to give us a run for our money? We'll go see what we can do. I will destroy you. We'll see what we can do. The cheese will taste so much better with a side of victory. Hugo and I bump fists. Tag team champions. We'll have to think of a good team name, but I think this will be fun. Good luck. Brian, Matt, and their daughters head back to their table. Well, I guess we need a name. Got any good ideas? Real monster. Breezy. Beautiful. Harvard like it's 1999. That'll do just nicely. Doesn't matter which one I pick. I'm just gonna go through all of them. Easy breezy beautiful. I don't think it matters. Yeah, it doesn't seem to matter. So I'll go with my original. That'll do just nicely. The waitress comes by with our cheese board and we revel in its glory. Already I can see a piece of cheddar with my name on it. I pair it with some strawberry preserves and slide into dairy-induced ecstasy. There's a fine variety of cheese and hold that thought. That's the first time I've seen that word. So, Google. Yep. Charcot Dare. Cold cooked meats collectively. That I'm positively overwhelmed. A quick dip into the seasoned nuts, a slice of savory yet salty Gouda, or perhaps Focaccia crisp, topped with honey and goat cheese. I'm so happy. Hugo raises his glass at me. Cheers to cheese. Hey. A middle-aged man in a backwards baseball cap, sunglasses, and cargo shorts jogs out of the back with the frantic energy of a radio DJ. Everybody ready for some trivia? The restaurant cheers. Oh man, looks like everyone's really into this. That's what I like to hear. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Quizmaster Quinn. My actual name's Richard. I just like alliteration. More cheers. I see some of you brought your children here tonight. That's cool. My children won't speak to me. I'm just joking around. Classic Quizmaster Quinn humor. It's actually my wife that won't speak to me. She doesn't want kids. Let's get into some questions. The first category is literature. Excellent. You know who loved literature? My dead father. I looked up to him so much. More jokes! Classic Quizmaster quips. Just trying to keep it light here, folks. Just like I thought my wife was the light of my life. Hugo, you got this literature stuff, right? Does Franz Kafka have an irrational fear of one day waking up as a large, grotesque insect-like creature? Yes. This is the continent that encompasses the realm of Gondor, Rohan, Mordor. Oh, this is Lord of the Rings. And Lothar. Other notable sites include Isengard, the Mirror, and Rivendell. What is the Elvish name for this continent? I'm not Googling it. You're Googling it. Continents in Elvish. I mean, just searching my brain here. Let's see. I think I want that one. Middle Earth or Endor.
Correctamundo.
Oh, the quizmaster is Brian. Who was the writer that created Tarzan and John Carter of Mars? I don't know. I have the DVD, but it's all the way on my shelf. Writer of Tarzan and John Carter. Edgar Rice.
Correct.
Edmond Dantes is better known as this man. Why are you asking me such hard questions? Edmond. Whoops. Dantes. Better known as the Count of Monte Cristo.
Correct.
The quizmaster rocks around the room. I think he's doing crowd work. He stops by mine and Hugo's table. Whoa, nice cheese plate you got there. Thank you? How's that cheese tasting, big guy? Good. Haha, great. Cheese used to be my favorite food, but I developed a lactose intolerance later in life. I'm sorry to hear that. I also developed clinical depression. Oh. But people don't tell you to just get over your lactose intolerant, right? Nobody's like, have you tried exercising to get rid of your debilitating dairy allergy? Or, you just need to choose not to let your throat close up when you eat brie. Anything? Does that scan? I'm trying to workshop my routine here. Quizmaster Quinn wanders off to another table. Who wants to start the next round? More cheers from the audience. The next round is cinema. Hopefully I'll be better at this. Oh man, I love movies. Sometimes I'll retreat into them for days on end because obsessing over a fictional universe is easier than engaging with my real emotions and problems. Frodo Baggins, am I right? Is he okay? I think it's just his character. I hope. How's your cinema? Spotty, I don't know a lot about movies, but if there are any questions about bad horror movies, I can be of service. That's an interesting one. It's a bit of a guilty pleasure. In Return of the Jedi, what does Luke ask Leia if she remembers? Of course you ask me about Star Wars! Why can't you ask me about Harry Potter? Of the Jedi. What does Luke ask Leia? Their mother, it seems like.
Correct.
What entertainer makes a fourth wall breaking appearance in the film Gremlins 2? I haven't seen Gremlins 2. I haven't even seen Gremlins 1 all the way through yet. Gremlins 2 fourth wall. Oh. Hulk Hogan. Which of these 80s horror dies not feature an Indian burial ground as part of its setting? Does not have burial ground as a setting. I don't think it's The Shining is the thing. I think it might be Within the Woods.
No.
Nope. Which is horror movie? does not feature an Indian burial ground. There is no Indian burial ground in Poltergeist.
Correct.
Seems like we're doing pretty well, but we're neck and neck with Brian and Matt's team. Those guys are pros. I look over to the table and give them a friendly but competitive nod. I look guys with Brian. He gets a much sterner nod. And the next category is wrestling. Okay, we're not totally boned. He will go grab some arm. Wait, I got this. Huh? Man, you know who I want to wrestle with? Literally anyone at Crave Human Interaction. Please put me in a chokehold. Please, it's been so long since I've been held! I can only process my emotions by making jokes out of them. Let's start the quiz. Remember that this is the lightning round. The first people to answer gets the points. I look over to Hugo. He's focused. He's in it to win it. Question 1. Well, as long as I don't proceed, I don't have to immediately answer. Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh.
Hugo's hand shoots up. Yes. The enthusiastic one over there. Steve Austin debuted as the ringmaster. Correct. Points to Havarti like it's 1999. This city was the location of the first ever WrestleMania. Yes, the one who looks like he has the answer for his entire life. The first WrestleMania was held in New York at Madison Square Garden in 1985. Hugo's destroying these questions. He's so passionate about this. I've never seen him act like this before. It's honestly kind of hot. Ooh, a tough one. This title match went down in history as the shortest match at WrestleMania due to date. Hugo jumps up more excited than I've ever seen him. Chavo versus Kane. Ooh, sorry, Bucko, but that's incorrect. The answer is actually Daniel Bryan versus Sheamus at WrestleMania 28.
I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed.
No, that's absolutely wrong. The record is Chavo Guerrero versus Kane, WrestleMania 24, March 30th, 2008. Kane took down Chavo with one chokehold slam and pinned him for the 3 count. I will not stand for this travesty.
I'm so sad.
Hey, man, I'm just reading from the card here. I don't actually write these. Well, you're still wrong. What are you, my ex-wife? The crowd erupts into laughter. Hugo blushes. He retreats back into his chair. Fine. Wow, Hugo seemed really fired up about that. Where did he get this encyclopedic knowledge of wrestling? How do you know so much about wrestling? Oh, why? You know, you just pick up stuff. That sounds suspect, but it seems like he doesn't want to talk about it. I turn my attention back to the quizmaster. All right. Looks like we're down to the final category. And it's a close one between Provolone 2 lost in New York. Brian and Matt high five. And Havarti like it's 1999. Hugo and I high five. We look over to Brian and Matt. Carmencita and Daisy all playfully give us thumbs down and stick their tongues out. I eat a big chunk of cheddar without breaking eye contact to show them just how serious I am. The final category is cool animals. Animals, huh? I never could take care of another living thing. Hell, I can barely take care of myself. I'm falling apart. Anyway, here's the questions. Canary Islands were named after what kind of animal? Gee, I wonder.
Wrong.
What? It's Canary Island. You can't be. Google, back me up on this.
Correct.
Ah.
I forgot to say.
Yes. Ah.
Canary Islands. What? They were not named after the canary birds despite their name. Because who names things after what they're... I hate. Despite the name, the islands were not named after canaries, the cute chirping birds. It comes from the Latin word for dog, canaria.
That's right.
Probably zebra. Well, if there were other Z animals, well, now I know that there are other sea animals. What? Animal. We are not done talking about Canary Islands, by the way. Appears last in the dictionary.
Correct.
That one. Which mammal has the thickest concentration of fur? I think it's the polar bear, but I have been wrong before, so has the thickest fur concentration. I'm gonna go with polar bear.
Incorrect.
Ha! Guess what? I saved. Prick. I'm sorry. I'm just still very upset.
Incorrect.
I'm just still very upset about the Canary Islands.
Incorrect.
Fine. Otter it is.
Correctamundo.
All right. I'm just going to come around and collect your scorecards and we'll see who came out on top. Remember, the winning team gets a $25 gift card to Phil's Auto Care. If you need a car part, Phil's will fulfill all your needs. Everyone oohs and ahs. God, I want that gift card. The quizmaster goes in the back to tally up the score. I pick at what's left of our cheese plate. There's a bit of brie here that tastes absolutely divine on a cracker with a little bit of honey and dried apricot. So what are your plans after our big win? I'll probably retire, take Amanda somewhere tropical, drink something out of a coconut. I always wanted to do that. What about you? Probably take my winnings to Colin's gambling ring, bet it all on black, walk out of there with more rubber bands in the shape of animals than I know what to do with. Bold, but I like your style. You want the last piece of Havarti? Nah, that's all you. You definitely earned it. After a couple of minutes, the quizmaster jogs back into the room. Everyone immediately quiets down, waiting with bated breath for the results. Who will win the gift card? I really hope it's us. Hey, everybody. We've had a great night. Lots of goofs, lots of laughs, a little bit of crying in the back, but that's neither here nor there. By a landslide, the winner of tonight's contest is Havarti like it's 1999. Come on down and get your gift card for Phil's Auto Care, where Phil nominal services. God, I can't do this anymore. Please just take the gift card. I motion for Hugo to get the gift card as he shyly slinks out of the booth to grab it. He pauses for a moment and gives the quizmaster a hug with a few pats on the back. The quizmaster sobs, just a little. Hugo makes a victory lap back to our table and gives me a high five. Havarti like it's 1999 is unstoppable! Havarti like it's 1999 is great! May Havarti like it's 1999 reign for 1,000 years! Hey, great work, guys. You guys did awesome. Will we be seeing Havarti like it's 1999 again next week? I look over at Hugo, who smiles. Maybe so. We make a pretty good team, huh, Hugo? Hugo blushes. I ship it. Hugo and I walk back toward our cul-de-sac, basking in the glow of our win and nursing our cheese-filled bellies. Man, we crushed it in there. With the help of Google, I mean my smarts, because I knew all those answers. Man, we crushed it in there. Finally, enduring the screams of young children for years on end has paid off. I will take half of this gift card and use it to purchase many, many air fresheners for my car, which Ernest refuses to stop vaping in. I think I'll use my half to buy at least 2 tire pressure gauges to place in different parts of my garage. You never know when you're going to need one, and I prefer to have them within arm's reach. A fine plan. Shame about that one wrestling question, though. I'm not kidding. I plan to write a strongly worded letter to whoever employed that man. Come on, there's got to be a story there. What do you mean? You didn't even stop to think. You pulled that wrestling knowledge out like you were there at the ring yourself. Oh, it's just stuff I know. I want to ask again, but I should also definitely drop it. Because he obviously doesn't want to talk about it. Okay. Ask again. Hugo, I figured you'd be better at lying after dealing with every kid in school for as long as you have. It's embarrassing. Ask again. You know what's actually embarrassing? Not being able to explain basic algebra to your daughter. You know what definitely is not embarrassing? Knowing stuff about wrestling. Hugo sighs.
Oh, no.
All right. If you really want to know, just follow me. Hugo leads me to his house at the edge of the cul-de-sac. We step inside, and his house looks exactly what I expect it to be. Neat and filled top to bottom with books and art. Welcome to my home. Sorry it's so messy. His house is actually spotless. I follow him down a hallway. What are we doing? Hugo opens a door and ushers me inside. It's pitch black. He closes the door behind us. He flips a switch and I finally understand. Curio cabinets packed with inbox wrestling action figures line the wall along with posters, cardboard cutouts, and every piece of wrestling memorabilia imaginable. A giant widescreen TV sits on a decked out media stand. I am speechless. I look over at Hugo, who's hovering by the door, doing everything to avoid eye contact. This is really embarrassing. This is the coolest thing I've ever seen. Also, not a lot of people have seen this, have they? Huh. This is the coolest. Are you kidding? Look at all this stuff. This must have taken you forever to collect. Can I touch this? Go ahead. I pick up one of his replica championship belts and toss it over my shoulder. Do you smell what I am cooking? I think the line is, it's meatballs. Sorry, I don't watch a lot of wrestling. I just think it's cool how passionate you are about this. Oh, yeah, I really, really like wrestling. He's blushing so hard right now. Hugo, you bought the wrong kind of pizza rolls again. Looks like Ernest just got home. He's yelling from the hallway. I can see Hugo immediately deflate. I told you those pizza rolls have less sodium. I just want you to be healthy, son. Ernest comes into Hugo's wrestling room and looks around with disgust. He noticed me and scoffs. I thought nobody was allowed in your precious wrestling room. I never said that. I just said you're not allowed to take the action figures out of their boxes and pose them so that they're having sex with each other. Ernest gets flustered. Yeah, well, whatever. I'm gonna go throw eggs at stuff. Have fun with your stupid wrestling crap. Ernest leaves. Then a moment later pops his head back in the room. And your stupid friend. Ernest storms back out of the room. I hear a door slam. Hugo warily runs his hand through his hair. Sorry about that. Sorry about him. And sorry that I have to keep apologizing about him. And he's just going through a phase, I guess. I try so hard to impress him, but it's obvious that no matter what I do, he hates me. Ernest has a thing against authority figures, and you don't get much more authoritative than a teacher dad. My ex, he gets to be the fun weekend dad, and I'm just Hugo, who makes Ernest eat his vegetables and turn his homework in on time. Hey, you love him, and you're looking out for his best interests. Take it from one dad to another. Someday he'll come to appreciate you. Maybe not someday soon, but someday. I hope so. Thanks for letting me vent. Hugo glances at his watch. Suppose it's getting kind of late. Let's do trivia again sometime soon. I would absolutely love to. I start to leave. And hey, thanks for showing me your wrestling stuff. Maybe you can tell me some more about it next time. Hugo smiles. That would be amazing. I'll catch you around. It only takes me a minute to walk back home. Amanda's sitting on the couch reading a book about female photographers. Wow, I thought you didn't like reading. I don't. This book is all pictures. And even my patience is being tried. Did you get to eat all the cheese your little heart desired? I am a happy little cheese monster. But I made sure to leave room for dinner. Who wants breakfast for dinner? Hash browns! Okay. Toast dipped in eggs! Alright. Blueberry pancakes! Well, only if you'll help me make them. You know, I'm the world's best blueberry sprinkler. Also totally amazing at heating up the maple syrup in the microwave. Now, tell me about that cheese board. Amanda and I spend the evening cooking an elaborate breakfast with everything we can find inside of the fridge. I tell her all about the trivia, but leave out the parts about Hugo being into wrestling. I figure she would probably find some nefarious way to use that information for a better grade.
Looks like Paradise Lost just got found.
Shut up. I hate your puns, but I also enjoy them. Well, it's been a long day. Drop it. Keep going.
Yes.
Yep. What did she say? I cannot believe that. It's not dumb. Real friends don't stab you in the back.
I love you too, Dad.
Welcome. You've got dads.
I'm sure. Ever since the first night at Charcuterie Pies, Hugo and I have made a point of weekly visits to trivia night. Already like it's 1999 has come in first place ever since, despite Provolone 2 lost in New York's continual efforts to dethrone us. I've been able to do a complete overhaul of the interior of my car thanks to all of the Phil's Auto Care gift cards we've received. Air fresheners, car chargers, you name it. Amanda's riding in the lap of luxury. Aside from the trivia nights, I don't actually get to see Hugo a lot. The end of the school year is coming up and he seems to be having a lot of trouble dealing with the stress of teaching. I should do something nice for him. Maybe help him take his mind off of screaming teenagers. Books? He likes books, but I have no idea where to even start with that. He probably reads more books in a month than I've read in the past year. I know he's really into wrestling, but he's been reluctant to talk about it since he showed me his wrestling room. I know he's kind of shy about it, but maybe. Whatever, let's roll the dice. I think I have a plan. Hey, alright folks, looks like we finally have the points tallied up and we're ready to announce our winner. You know who else is a winner? Me, because I finally seen just how beautiful and loving my wife is. A few weeks ago, all of the regulars staged an intervention for Quizmaster Quinn. We sat down in a circle and told him that we wanted to see him be better and love himself. He agreed to start going to couples therapy with his wife. And last time he told us that they adopted a dog together. I love you forever, my Quizmaster Queen. I can't tell which version of Quizmaster Quinn I prefer. There were two things to like and dislike about both. And the winner is, for the fourth week in a row, Harvardy like it's 1999.
Oh.
Hugo and I cheers our small slices of camembert, and I go up to accept our gift card along with an uncomfortably long hug from Quizmaster Quinn. May Harvardy like it's 1999 reign be as long and wonderful as my marriage to my beautiful wife. We make our celebratory round of high fives to the rest of the teams and sit down to finish our cheese board, savoring every last bit of bruta with pesto and slices of tomato. Hey, I got a surprise for you. For me? Yes, and for once, it isn't more cheese. Well, if you think you can somehow top that, be my guest. I pull out a book that I've been carefully hiding in one of my pockets and slide it over to Hugo. Oh. Hugo picks up the book and reads the title out loud. Harry Butts, Cropper Keeper? I wanted to get you a book, but I figured you probably already own every classical piece of literature, so I thought this would be fun. For when you're pooping.
Hey,
Hugo laughs. You should flip through it. Hugo looks at me and raises an eyebrow. After flipping through a couple pages, he finally comes across the small gift I strategically hid inside.
oh,
You're kidding me! Hugo looks around, worried that he made a scene. He leans in.
hey,
You're kidding me. Hugo pulls out the wrestling tickets I hid inside of the Crapper Keeper. This is to the World Federation of Wrestling's Power Slam series. You've been working so hard lately. I thought you'd like them. Like them? I love this. Thank you. But wait, there's two? Yeah, I figured we could go together. You'd go with me? Heck yeah. I need you to explain the finer points of wrestling to me, though. Hugo gets up and walks around the table and effortlessly picks me up in a big bear hug. Has he been this strong the whole time?
oh,
Thank you. I let a little squeak to sort of say you're welcome. Also to say you let me go. I can't breathe. Oh shoot, I didn't read that. He's a little blushy and extremely cute. We drive about an hour to another city for the big event. Hugo spends the entire ride teaching me the basics of wrestling and the terminology I need to know. So, it's fake, right? Well, yes and no. While wrestling and the act of hurting another wrestler is fake, the work requires remarkable athleticism and oftentimes results in actual injury. Those people are getting hurt, sure, but not in the way we're led to believe. Historically, wrestling as we know it today was created by carnival workers to fix gambling. And the people who actually believed it to be real would bet on these matches were called mercs. That we know that's technically fake, but still choose to suspend our disbelief makes us smarks. Smart marks. So I should be watching this for the acrobatics
oh.
and the tension and the drama and even the storylines. I think that anything or anyone can tell a good story. You just have to look for the story. Even something like what we're about to experience will tell a phenomenal, sometimes understated story despite a ridiculous premise. Wow.
Ah,
What? I just really want to have picked you for a huge wrestling fan. Nobody does. I get it. I'm the button-down teacher type. I like poetry and art history. I write dissertations on heavy tomes by Russian authors for fun. But I like wrestling. It's a big part of who I am. But because it's considered kind of lowbrow, I feel like I can't share it with anybody because they'll just make fun of me. Till now? Hugo smiles to himself. Till now.
hey,
Hugo and I enter the stadium and are directed to the upper level. After grabbing some snacks, we make our way up the set of stairs. The further up we go, the more my heart sinks. I had thought we had gotten good seats, but by this point the ring looks like a postage stamp. We finally settle in our spots and wait for the match to start. I'm sorry. I thought I got us good tickets on the lower level. I look over to Hugo, who apparently didn't even hear me. He's vibrating with excitement.
ah,
This is so cool. I guess he doesn't mind. I have to admit, I've been too embarrassed to come to one of these since I was a kid. What's there to be embarrassed about? Everyone here loves wrestling. Plus, who are we even going to see that we know? We're like an hour out of Maple Bay. I guess you're right. So what do we have to look forward to tonight?
hey,
Oh man, the lineup is stacked. All the matches are going to be great, but the one I'm looking forward to is the Eastern Dragons match. The Eastern Dragon? Yeah, he used to wrestle as Pablo Escobar, but I guess he eventually had to change it. Wrestler names are weird. He's actually an Iranian guy from Utah. Oh, so that's what your shirt's from. Yep, I've been following this guy since his debut in an indie wrestling league, and it's been amazing to see him rise through the ranks and into the professionals. Who's he up against? The Corporate Chill. Technique-wise, I don't think he's that good of a wrestler, and I don't even think the fans like him. Certainly an interesting character, though.
Oh.
The stadium lights dim as the crowd starts screaming. Butt rock blasts through the sound system as some pyrotechnics set off around the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, the sold-out crowd in Mill Creek, Massachusetts, who's ready to power slam? Hugo and I scream. We watch two wrestlers, the Southern Dandy and Johnny Snowman, walk out to even more butt rock. The Southern Dandy mixes and drinks a mint julep in the ring before the match. The crowd eats it up. The Southern Dandy's from Maine. So, is Johnny Snowman not from the North Pole?
Oh.
He's from Georgia, actually. After a long match, Johnny Snowman, who's dressed like a muscular elf, does what Hugo calls a German suplex on the Southern Dandy. Murder! No. I don't know what's happening, but this is amazing. Did you see what that guy did to the other guy's face? Is he okay? Are they going to be okay? Wrestling is a sport of communication. All these guys train together to not only know how to perform moves, but how to respond to them. It allows them to look like they're being hurt, but only be kind of hurt. The crowd cheers as Johnny Snowman pins the Southern Dandy and is announced as the winner. The next match features a wrestler named Generation Y2K, who comes out looking like a hipster barista. He takes selfies with fans on the way up to the ring and pauses after everyone to post it into Instagram. He's really playing up the millennial thing, huh? He's sort of the boogeyman to old-timer wrestling fans. His opponent, the old-timer, walks out. Oh. The crowd seems to be divided in who they're rooting for. The old-timer puts out some pretty sweet moves. He takes out a walking cane from under the stage and beats Y2K over the head with it. Up against the ropes, Generation Y2K blinds the old-timer with the flash of his camera phone and is able to pin him to win the match. He takes a celebratory selfie with his unconscious opponent. During a break, Hugo and I leave to get refills from the concession stand. We wind our way through clusters of wrestling fans to get to the line. So what do you think so far? I'm glad I'm here with you, but I'm gonna save just in case you don't like that. The wrestling is cool, but I really like seeing you so enthusiastic. It's... Don't say hot. Don't say hot! Cool.
Ah.
You know, I'm kind of surprised. I was sort of expecting the crowd to just be a bunch of aggressive, sweaty, older guys, but it's so diverse. I've even seen a bunch of families with their kids. Everyone looks super happy to be here.
Hey.
Oh yeah, that's how I got into wrestling. When I was a kid, my daddy used to take me and my brothers to matches all the time. There's one gaggle of kids loitering in a corner that are exceptionally loud, even over the din of the stadium. Looking closer, I can't help but feel like those kids seem familiar. Oh God, I know these kids. They're Hugo's students. So, don't turn around when I tell you this, but some of your students are here. Hugo immediately tenses up. Oh my God, I can't let them see me here. They'll never listen to me again. I position myself between the kids and Hugo, hoping I can act as a human shield. I glance over the group of children and I recognize that Colin kid. He kicks one of his friends in the shin and then laughs. Man, that Colin kid is a piece of work. Colin, if he sees me here, he'll never let it go. He's a master manipulator. We have to get back to the relative safety of our seats. What's the plan? I turn to Hugo. Hugo, I'm going to draw their attention. While they're busy watching me, run back to the seats and I'll meet you there, okay? Don't get hurt out there. As Hugo begins to leave, I turn to the crowd of people and start stomping the ground and raising my arms, as if I were trying to frighten off a bear. Hey everybody, look at me. I'm a big old wrestling fan who came all the way from Maple Bay to see this event. I wasn't that big of a wrestling fan to begin with, but in the time that I know it, I've come to find it very endearing. I really enjoy watching those very oily boys get into fisticuffs, and I hope that you all are having a pleasant evening watching them as well. It's working. All of the people near the concession stands have stopped to look at me. I feel my social anxiety hitting peak levels. There's only a finite amount of time I could keep distracting people. Quick, think of something. I summon every last piece of athleticism of my body to go for the full cartwheel with a running start. I immediately fall over, laying spread eagle on a cold floor stadium. While people run up and ask if I'm okay, I spot Hugo darting through the doors and back to our seats. Mission accomplished. Hugo and I sit down and breathe with a huge sigh of relief. Phew, that was close. Now we can hide out for the rest of the night and enjoy ourselves in the comfort of the anonymity within a large crowd. The lights dim again.
Yes.
This is the match we've been waiting for. The corporate shill walks out to elevator music. He's wearing a three-piece suit and sunglasses. Once he gets to the ring, he takes off his sunglasses and rips the sleeve off his jacket, flexing his arms for the crowd. One of the people from his entourage produces a graph chart and sets it up in the center of the ring. The corporation shill grabs a microphone. I got a message for the Eastern Dragon. If you'll refer to the graph in the center of the ring, you'll see a quarterly projection of how much I'm about to kick your ass. The whole crowd erupts. Now, if you'll direct your attention to the Jumbotron, we look up to a PowerPoint presentation titled Kicking the Eastern Dragon's Ass, Key Performance Indicators. The corporate shill takes a laser pointer and gives a lengthy presentation on just how and why he'll defeat the Eastern Dragon. He showcases several well-utilized clip art graphics. That was informative. The lights dim again and pan flute music plays. I think it's a pan flute. I'm actually not sure if I know what a pan flute sounds like. The Eastern Dragon walks out to cheers from the crowd. Aren't pan flutes a Central America thing? Hugo shrugs.
Oh.
Wrestling. The Eastern Dragon stands outside of the ring and grabs a microphone. Corporate shill, it's nice to see you again. More cheers from the crowd. That was a good presentation. The clip art was a very nice touch. He points to the corporate shill menacingly. I'm looking forward to a nice and exciting match. The crowd doesn't really know what to do here. He's not the best at trash talk, but I promise he's one of the most talented wrestlers you'll ever see. The match starts and it's just as exciting as Hugo had hyped it up to be. The Eastern Dragon performs some ridiculous aerial stunts that make me concerned for his safety. He does what Hugo calls a moonsault from the top rope onto the corporate shill. The air in the stadium is electric as these two athletes lock arms and trying to demolish one another. I can't help but get into it. The corporate shill pile drives the Eastern Dragon, who looks passed out in the center of the ring. He climbs up to the top rope and motions to the cheering crowd. Oh no, he's about to do his finishing move, the corporate ladder! No! Not the corporate ladder! The corporate shill poses at the top of the ropes. The Eastern Dragon still isn't moving. Could this be the end of his young career? Get up, Eastern Dragon.
Oh.
You can do it, Eastern Dragon. The corporate shill launches off the top rope in a huge arc. He brings his elbow down on the Eastern Dragon with full force of a Fortune 500 company, putting local vendors out of business. The corporate shill pins the Eastern Dragon and the match ends. Hugo sinks into his chair. Man, he should have won that. I sit down with Hugo. What a match. It was amazing. I think I'm a fan of wrestling now. Hugo looks over to me and our eyes catch. I'm glad. The event goes on and we have a little downtime before the next match. We decide to just relax in our seats to avoid the middle schoolers. It's unlikely they will ever notice in the upper level nosebleeds. I look up at the Jumbotron. Oh, hey, they're doing the kiss cam thing. It zooms in on a bunch of cute couples who do a quick smooch to raucous cheers from the crowd. Ah, that's so nice. And then it zooms in on Hugo and I.
Whoa.
What? What? What do I do here? I look over to Hugo and see the same mortified expression on his face. The entire crowd is chanting and neither of us know what to do. I jump in front of Hugo and start giving the camera the finger. They can't show that on television, can they? Can they? The camera immediately moves on. I guess all the sweaty violence is fine, but a finger isn't. Thanks, I think. I sit down again, trying to ignore the dirty looks from people. Actually, you know what? No, I like that. I got hearts. Trying to ignore the dirty looks I'm getting from people who came for wholesome content. So much for laying low, I guess. The rest of the match thankfully goes off without incident. Hugo and I eventually laugh off the kiss cam and get back into the wrestling. After the show ends, he convinces me to hang back and let the rest of the crowd exit so we wouldn't risk running into Colin and his awful group of friends. By the time Hugo and I walk back to his car, most of the wrestling fans have cleared out. The parking lot is surprisingly empty, save for a beat-up car parked a few spots down from us. We rarely keep an eye out for any stray middle schoolers as we hang out by my car. Man, that was an experience, right? It's one thing to watch it on TV, but to be there in person is just... wow. Thank you again. I would have never gotten to experience this if it weren't for you. It's just me and Hugo in front of the car in an empty parking lot. I look down. Kind of funny about the kiss cam, huh?
Oh.
Yeah, it was super funny. But neither of us are smiling. We look into each other's eyes and I could feel a warmth radiating from my cheeks. We stare at each other for just a little bit too long. Hey, cool shirt. I turn around. Oh, God. I turn around to see a guy in a hoodie and basketball shorts walking up to us. A duffel bag slung over his shirt. I haven't seen one of those in years.
Huh?
Oh, my God. Yeah, I got it from a trade with this guy from streetsmarks.net. I love that website. Someone always posts these awesome, super detailed breakdowns of the matches in the indie circuit. Have you seen those? The names like, JJ something? JD Slaminger? Yeah, that's him. Those are my write-ups. You're JD Slaminger? You're kidding! Oh man, I'm such a huge fan of your work. It's so nice to meet you. The man vigorously shakes Hugo's hand.
Oh.
I'm honored. Man, I wish I could stay and chat. I have so many questions. But I'll PM you on the forums if you ever want to talk shop. Absolutely. The man starts walking away. Hugo coughs nervously to get his attention again. Is there any chance you could sign my shirt? The guy turns around and beams. Sure thing. Wait. It all finally clicks into place for me. You're the Eastern Dragon! I love your work! I only saw it the one time! Thank you, man. The Eastern Dragon signs Hugo's shirt, waves goodbye, and walks into his car. I stand there with my mouth open the entire time. That was the Eastern Dragon.
Ah.
He likes my work. Dude, you're like friends with the Eastern Dragon now. He's gonna PM me. Hugo and I high five. He's so excited he's shaking. Mr. Vega? Oh man. Colin and his cronies just pop out of nowhere. Oh no, here we go.
Huh?
Colin, nice to see you and your friends all the way out here. What are you doing here? I don't see a library anywhere near us. I was watching the Power Slam series with my friend. Ha! Mr. Vega likes wrestling? What a fart knocker. Actually, that's pretty cool. Shut up, dickweed. Nah, man, that's actually rad as hell. Who were you just talking to? Probably one of your stupid book nerd friends. Actually, he was talking to his good buddy, the Eastern Dragon. All of Colin's friends gasp. Guys, come on, he's lying. There's no way the Eastern Dragon would hang out with these losers. Oh yeah? How did I get his autograph then? Colin's friends lose their minds, screaming their heads off. Colin is red with anger.
Oh.
See you in class, bitch. You can't say that. Who's gonna believe you? Hugo and I hop into the car and to the tune of more children screaming. We laugh all the way home. Hugo and I descend the stairs of his home into his wrestling man cave where we both crack a beer. We're both winding down after an exciting event. So if you were a wrestler, what would your persona be? Hugo answers immediately.
Oh.
J.D. Slaminger. My form name. I gotta represent my literary roots. My costume would be a tweed coat. And my finishing move would be a catcher in the eye, where I poke my opponent's eyes out and call them a phony. Wow. I've given it a lot of thought. What about you? I would be Dad, obviously. I don't even wrestle. I just throw dad puns at the opponent until they submit. Nice to meet you, Hungry. I'm Dad, you know? I'm just realizing that I don't know any actual wrestling moves. You know, I could teach you some. I smirk. I'm game. Hugo and I square up in the center of the room, ready to go at it.
Oh.
I'll go easy on you. On Dad? Absolutely not. And before I know it, I'm on the floor. Hugo wraps his legs around me and squeezes. I can't move. This is a figure 4 leg lock. If you're applying full force now, if I were applying full force right now, you would be in extreme pain. He effortlessly twists around again and grabs my arm. Good Lord, he's strong. Any movement on my end is useless. And this is an arm bar. You're pretty good.
Oh.
You can tap out anytime you like. Not a chance. Hugo flips around one last time on top of me. He hooks my arm under my leg and presses his body down on my chest.
Hey.
And this is me pinning you. Our faces are inches apart right now. I can't tell if I'm breathing heavily because of the physical activity or because of something else. Tap out, you coward! Nah, go for it. I lean forward, kissing Hugo, who seems just as surprised as I am. I pull back a little embarrassed, but he kisses me again. He slowly releases his submission hold on me and cradles my face in his hands. He presses his forehead against mine and we laugh. I guess we both win? Guess so. I pull him back for another kiss. Do you have any more moves to show me? I think I might have a few. Yay!
That was so good you gave me goosebumps.
Shut up! I hate your pun! After this, I gotta finish Dandelion, and then I won't have to spend all my time reading words. Huh? What? No.
Dad.
Go, go, go. What do you mean? You know what? Keep that energy. Hold it close. You deserve it.
That's the good stuff.
Just like me and my loving wife deserve happiness, right? You know it. I missed some of that, but that's okay. That's not the important part here. Whoa. People are really mean to him sometimes. I mean, I guess I am too, but he seems happy when you're around, so that's cool. Well, geez, Ernest, I don't know what to say. You know, I think people got you pegged wrong. You got a soft side. If you tell anyone I told you that, I'm gonna set your trash can on fire. There it is. Also, you don't know me. Before I can respond, Ernest walks away, a cloud of vapor trailing behind him. Well, that was at least a little pleasant. I take a seat next to Hugo as the last guests make their way out of the party. Cool shirt.
Oh,
Thanks, it reminds me of a special night. So the secret's out, huh? Hugo likes wrestling? You know, I was really nervous to come here dressed like this, but everybody in the neighborhood, they were nothing but accepting of me and my hobbies. It turns out that Craig's a huge fan too. And Colin told everyone at school I'm into wrestling, but it actually backfired on him. The kids have a weird sort of respect for me now. A few of them even asked me to be the sponsor for their wrestling club. Not the Olympic wrestling. The wrestling that I like. I actually like both, but there's an important distinction, and I think you know which one I'm talking about. See, just goes to show there's nothing wrong with being open about what you like. I agree, and as long as I'm being open, I'm also a huge fan of a very handsome dad who throws great parties for the kid and loves a good word jumble. I blush, and I'm a big fan of... Quick, think of something clever! Hugo's? This Hugo specifically. Hugo laughs.
Oh.
He drapes an arm around my shoulder and pulls me closer. He plants a soft kiss on my forehead. I'm happy here. Me too. Hugo and I watch the sun dip below the horizon together. Hey, do you think maybe later you could show me some new wrestling moves?
Oh.
Bill, how about I show you my pump-handled pile driver? I can't help but giggle. What's that? You'll see. We're gonna have sex! Yay! What a good game. I'm so upset that it's over. No! Well, I get to do some stuff with this in my free time. But I got every ending except for the one where I end up alone with Amanda. And I'm okay with that. So that is it for Dream Daddy. And I'll see you in the next episode. Stay lucky.